project. I'm going to be taking this old lampshade that I got. I bought this a few years ago at a thrift store. Haven't really known what to do with it. And today I decided I'm going to hang it up from the ceiling. So I've got a swag kit. Picked this up at the hardware store. It's got a chain, a plug, wires. It's got a little switch and a couple hooks to hang the chain from the ceiling. It's going to be similar to this light that I have here already, which you can see. That was another lamp that I rebuilt a few years ago. Put a new chain, wires on it, and then just ran it to an outlet. So first thing I had to figure out was the wiring. So like I said, we got our little wiring kit here. This is most of what we need, but I needed to be able to put a light bulb inside of here. Normally this would just sit on top of a lamp that has a a bulb on it already with a little arch that it would sit on. So we need something to hang from here so that the lamp has somewhere to go onto, and then we need a way to attach it to the chain. So I got a little pigtail here with a candelabra base, and then a little bit of a lamp nipple that will go through the lampshade here, and then we'll hold it on with a nut. So I'm gonna get started. All right, first I need to thread our pigtail through the lampshade. So we'll start underneath, put the wires through, pull it all the way up. We've now got the threaded nipple coming out, and then we'll use a nut here to hold everything in place. All right, now that is all tightened down. If you look on the inside, we've now got a base to attach a light bulb to. So that'll work for the light, but we still need a way to attach the chain to this. So I've got some old chain here from this old light that I had gotten rid of since I replaced it with new chain. And what we're gonna do is just take these individual links, bend them so that you can take them apart, and then I'm going to loop them onto these three there's three pieces that come off. I'm gonna use two of them for each, like this one that I've already done. These are gonna go here. And then I'm gonna take another one to connect those two together, kind of like chainmail style. And then I'm hoping I can get all three of these together into kind of a triangle, and then we'll be able to use the chain from this kit to run it up, attach it to the ceiling, and we'll run the wires all through it, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these chain pieces on here, and I'll meet you back here. All right, so I maybe should have recorded this, but what I've done here is just use two wrenches. This one I've clamped on after I've put my chain through, and then I just used another channel lock to bend the chain back to place so that instead of a link being open, then line them back up to close them up. All right, step two, after getting my two chains to attach to these little pieces, I'm gonna use another single piece of chain on these three pieces to extend it out, and then we'll connect them all together. All right, so I've got my chain here, big long chain that I'm going to attach to what I've created as a mount for this lampshade. So on all three of these, I've used two chains to attach to these two little small pieces, and then I've used two more links to extend it up. I'm going to grab all three of these, link them together, kind of hold them together. And then this is how I'm planning to hang it. So I'll take my long chain that I opened up the last link on, we'll hook it through, and then use some channel locks to close the link. All right, so now you can hang it like so. So next step is going to be hooking up the wiring. Basically, got this wire here, and there's 2 ends on it here. We're going to attach them to this pigtail. I'll probably cut this down, restrip the wires, and then I'll attach them together. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. Maybe I will solder them. We'll see. Before I hook the wires up, I'm going to put the wire through the chain. You probably could put it next to it, but I'm just going to basically go through one link, and then the next, and then the next one, and we're just going to keep going till we get this end all the way to the end of the chain so we can hook it up to our wires on our pigtail. Alright, so I've worked my wire all the way through the chain. Next, just need to get this wire connected to this wire. I'm not sure I'm going to do it yet. I could either do wire nuts. I don't think that's going to be very pretty, so I might cut these, strip them, see if I have any heat shrink, and then I could solder them and then use the heat shrink to make it look a little prettier. So let's see what I got downstairs. All right, so we're all prepped to get our wires spliced together. I went downstairs, got my soldering iron. It's nice and heated up now. You can tell because it's burning the wood here on this piece of wood that I'm using to hold it here. Got some solder for electrical. And the wires here that come from the kit actually look like they have a little solder on them already, so I may not need that much, but what we're gonna do is put these wires together. Doesn't really matter which one the white and black go to, because they're just completing a circuit, so just put one to one and one to the other. And I went ahead and got some shrink wrap too. There's this shrink wrap tubing stuff. So I just cut it kind of short, put it over the wire. Make sure you put it over the wire before you solder it, otherwise you're just wasting your time. So I've got the shrink wrap down here. I've now twisted one of my wires together, basically twisting one wire around the one that has the solder on it. And then I'm going to take my soldering iron, I'm going to place it on here and just start heating that wire up. And I can see the solder on the wire is starting to melt, so I'm going to go ahead and try and put some extra solder on here on the wire, and then pull it off, let it flow. Maybe we'll add a little more. There we go. Now we'll pull off, let that solder cool down, make sure that the joint's nice and strong. I don't know why it's showing up, but there it is. All right, so that's cooled down to the touch. I'm gonna wait till it's really cool before I put the heat shrink on. So we'll go ahead and twist up these other 2 wires together and solder them. All right, so I've got my second wire all twisted up. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Try not to grab your solder with your fingers. Always use pliers to pull them out because you don't want to get stuff from your fingers on there. Impurities and whatnot. I was taught that in high school in electricity class where I learned to solder. You don't want your joints to fail. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. Hold our soldering iron onto the wire, let that wire start heating up. And then I'll take my solder, apply it to the wire. Hopefully the wire will melt it. If not, I may just touch the side of the soldering iron slightly to get it going. Right. You don't need a lot, just enough to flow between all the wires there, get them nice and joined together. All right, so my joint here is cool to the touch, so I can go ahead and take the heat shrink that I got on the tubing and slip it over the joint. This will protect it. I'm going to go past the end of the joint, put it about in the center of this thing. There's one, and let's do the other one. There we go. I probably could use a little bit bigger heat shrink, but it's kind of hard to get over that second joint. But I just used some pliers here to crimp it down a little bit so I could fit it over. All right, so now that we've got them covered, all we gotta do is heat it up. We can either use a heat gun, a regular lighter, or I've got a torch here. So I'm gonna use this, but we don't need it up that high. We'll put it down nice and low, just something like that, just so we can get some heat and let that melt. So I'll try to zoom in here, see if we can get a better shot at it. See, it's right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this one. And you can see it'll just shrink up a little bit. You don't have to do it very long or use very high heat. You can see it kind of conform to the shape of the wire and the joints under it. So now I'll do the other one. Probably not showing up on camera very well, but it's all right. And there a little more. Right, so I got my all my wiring all done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this extra wire out through my chain so we don't have this weird bubble there. We'll just take a little bit of that out so it's something more along those lines. So I'm gonna get this slack out of my chain. I'll be back. All right, so I've got this xenon 60-watt bulb that's with a candelabra base. So we're gonna stick that in, plug it into the wall, and make sure that it works. Now with xenon and halogen bulbs, you don't want to touch the actual bulb with your hands, so I went ahead and put on a rubber glove so that I don't get the oils from my hands on this bulb. All right, here we go. Go ahead and stick it in the base. All right, we are in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in, see if it works or if I majorly messed up. What do you know? I'm a genius. All right, so bulb works. These do come, this kit comes with one of these little rotary switches. This is a little inline, little clicker switch that you can put on the wire somewhere. I'm not gonna use it. I think they're kind of cheap. These days you can get switches that go directly at the outlet. So you can use something like these. This just plugs into your outlet and then there's a little switch on the side so you can switch on and off. That's one option. You can also get ones that you can control with your phone. Might do something like that for this, I'm not sure. But for right now, I'm probably just gonna stick this thing on the wall, turn this on and off with that, because I've got a few of these that I used around the house. I use one for my outdoor light that I have rigged up, and a fan also in the bathroom, so these are pretty good. So last step is just gonna be hanging this thing. So I'm gonna figure out, I'm probably gonna put it in the corner back over there that you haven't seen yet. So I'm just gonna figure out the spot where I wanna put the hooks, see if we can find some studs in the ceiling. If there's no studs, then we'll have to use some anchors. This kit did come with a couple of toggle bolt type things. So what you can do is drill a hole in the ceiling, push this thing through the hole, those wings open up, and then you tighten it down and it'll hold onto the drywall there. So we'll either use that attached to a couple of these little hook things to hang the wire, to hang the chain, and then one for the light here. And if we can find a stud, which I'm hoping we can just stick this little end in it, and then we have a wood type screw to screw into the stud. So I'm gonna go get a stud finder and see what we're dealing with over there. All right, so figured out where I'm gonna hang it. I've marked my spot. Used my stud finder to find a stud, which I think is gonna be in a good spot. I'll go ahead and drill a hole with a 8-inch drill bit and then screw this hook in. All right. We felt like we hit a stud, so should be good to just screw this in by hand. All right. Next, you just want to pick up your light fixture by the chain. Figure out about how high you want to go. Me and my internal dialogue agree. Okay. Then we just need to put a couple more hooks to get this moved over and out of the way. I've got 2 more. I've got 4 more, but probably won't need them all. But now I'll just figure out where those are going to go, put them in the ceiling, and get this out of the way. The chain, that is. All right, so I know about where I want to put these hooks. It doesn't look like there's any studs there, so I'm just going to figure out about where I want the hole to be, mark it, and then I'll drill in there with my 1/8 inch drill bit. If there happens to be a stud there and I'm wrong, great. If not, we'll drill it a little bigger, put a toggle bolt through. All right, so I've decided I want to do a kind of angle thing here. So this is how I'm gonna, this is about where I'm put my 2 hooks. Go ahead and mark it. Gonna go about here and about, you know. Now we'll drill with an 1/8 inch bit. And I do actually see a little bit of wood on the bit there, so I might have hit a stud. Gonna put this hook into the ceiling, and since I think I'm going into a stud, I'm gonna use this little double-sided screw. That's machine screw on one side, wood screw on the other. Just screw that into our hook, screw into the wall. Yeah, and I can tell it's definitely going into a stud because it's getting real hard to turn by hand. Good sign. And if you're not quite strong enough to do this by hand like I am, you can always take a screwdriver and use it to get some leverage on it and turn it, or a box wrench or something like that. All right. 2 down, 1 to go. And once again, feels like we're in a stud. Ooh. Although I was so strong, I bent the the hook, so I'm bend it back. There we go. Now for final touch, hooking up the chain. Let's try maybe this link. And about there. Maybe we'll add a little more droop into it. Make it look a little cooler. Fine tuning to your liking. I think I like it like that. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. This has been how to turn a normal lampshade into a cool hanging swag lamp or whatever. Yeah, so thanks to the kid at Ace Hardware for helping me get all the stuff I need, and call us a wrap. Like and subscribe.